Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your GPUs that can barely run Doom, because today we're diving into the life of the man who made graphics cards sexy and bulky, Jensen Huang, the co-founder and CEO of NVIDIA. You might know him as the guy who's always rocking a leather jacket like he's about to drop the hottest mixtape in Silicon Valley, but there's so much more to him than his iconic look. Let's get into the story of how a kid from the rundown huts of Taiwan became one of the most important figures in tech and managed to stay cool doing it. Early life, from Taiwan to taming the Wild West. Jensen Huang was born on February 17, 1963 in Taiwan, where the straw huts are bigger than the average New York apartment. His parents must have known he was a nerd because they sent him to the US at a young age. But before you picture a luxury jet and private tutors, think more along the lines of struggling fob family trying to make it in rural Kentucky. Yep, little Jensen went from the bustling streets of Taiwan to Oneida, Kentucky, a town so small it probably didn't have a single GPU. Huang later moved to Oregon, where he wrapped up high school and learned that weather can, in fact, be worse than Kentucky's humidity. He then went on to Oregon State University for a degree in electrical engineering, because why be cool in college when you can study circuits? Don't worry, he redeemed himself later. After that, he headed to Stanford University, where he earned his master's degree and probably spent half the time explaining to his classmates how to pronounce his name. The career grind, from AMD to the GPU godfather. After graduating, Jensen kicked off his career at AMD, designing microprocessors. AMD probably regrets letting him go because he later became their biggest rival, but back then, Jensen wasn't NVIDIA's leather-clad legend yet. He was just a dude with a dream and some killer engineering skills. He moved on to LSI Logic, where he worked on graphics accelerator cards. This was basically the tech equivalent of sharpening his swords before going to battle. In 1993, Jensen co-founded NVIDIA, deciding he was tired of making other companies rich. Way to think like a capitalist, Jensen. His partners, Chris Malachowski and Curtis Preem, probably didn't know they were about to create a company that would one day make Intel look like a boomer in tech. The NVIDIA era, leather jackets, and world domination. NVIDIA's big break came in 1997 when they released the Riva 128 GPU. This was the moment NVIDIA became a household name for every RuneScape-playing gamers everywhere. Gamers screamed, "Take my money!" while Jensen screamed, "Let's do it again!" And he did, over and over. Fast forward to the 2000s, when Jensen decided gaming wasn't enough. He pushed NVIDIA into artificial intelligence, data centers, and self-driving cars. Suddenly, GPUs were the brains behind everything from autonomous vehicles to AI models that can write your term paper. Not that we're encouraging that, but most of you are. This pivot was so successful that tech companies were lining up to throw money at NVIDIA. Aren't you mad you didn't invest in NVIDIA when you were 3 years old? And let's not forget Jensen's wardrobe evolution during this time. He made leather jackets his uniform, and now he looks like the CEO of a tech biker gang. Seriously, who else can walk into a keynote and make a PowerPoint presentation look like a rock concert? Philanthropy, giving back in style. Huang isn't all GPUs and leather jackets. He's also got a philanthropic side. In 2008, he donated to Stanford to establish an engineering center. He even gave $2 million to his old school in Kentucky for a dorm. We assume he threw in an NVIDIA GPU for the school's computers because he recalls not being able to even run RuneScape on the lowest settings. In 2022, he donated a shit ton of money to Oregon State University to build a supercomputing institute because, let's face it, the only thing cooler than being rich is helping other people learn how to build billion-dollar companies. Leadership style, the NVIDIA way. Jensen doesn't just run NVIDIA, he is NVIDIA. His leadership style is all about innovation, talent, and accountability. He hires the best, expects the best, and rewards the best. If you don't perform, you're probably out faster than you can say ray tracing. But let's not pretend it's all smooth sailing. Jensen's known for being so OCD that even the GPUs are sweating under the pressure. Word on the street is he once delayed a product launch because the green on the NVIDIA logo wasn't green enough. My man has standards. Recent wins, AI boom and big bucks. In 2024, NVIDIA hit a market cap of over $3 trillion. That's trillion with a T. That's more money than the GDP of most countries. Jensen became one of the richest people on the planet, and NVIDIA basically became the unofficial sponsor of AI. Shout out to this man for introducing the lowest end of 5,000 series GPUs at under $600. What a GOAT. But don't think Jensen's getting complacent. The man is still hustling on the side streets of Cali. He's got his sights set on the future of tech, whether it's AI, quantum computing, or GPUs that can literally do everything except cook your breakfast. Though knowing him, that's probably coming next. Legacy. More than just a CEO. So what's the takeaway here? Jensen Huang isn't just a chairman of eccentric outfits, he's a tech icon. He took a niche graphics card company and turned it into a global powerhouse. He made GPUs cool, AI smarter, and PowerPoint presentations tolerable, and he did it all while looking like he's about to drop the hottest album of the year. Love him or roast him, Jensen Huang is a legend, and he's not done yet. As long as there's tech to innovate and leather jackets to buy, he's here to stay. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe for more content on past and present figures that have influenced the world around us.